Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently down 0.85% to 20,338. Ethereum down 2.59% to 1101. Each day we take a quick market scan. This is to help you identify different areas that are either increasing or decreasing in value. No matter what the market is doing, there's always something cracking under the crypto engine. There's something cooking in the crypto pot, even if the whole market goes red. When you understand this, you can look through opportunity eyes. That means you actually have eagle eyes. You're trying to spot really good projects that are moving. This will help you to BORSOG. What is BORSOG, you say? It's buy on red, sell on green. Where do you learn about BORSOG? You learn about BORSOG in the Crypto Trading KS Masterclass. Buying on red, selling on green may seem pretty easy to do, but there's a lot more to it. But when you master it, it's fantastic, and I'm going to show you some BORSOG trades today. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the masterclass, the tax software I use, and you can get 20% off through this link, and you can always directly message me on Twitter at any time. I just want to thank the wonderful community members who've reached out and shared their trades. I'm just so incredibly happy for you. There's a very important hidden gem, hidden in KS Zone analysis. When people enter the crypto market, they go through the panic and blame zone, zone 1 and zone 2, because they want certainty. After all, it's their hard-earned money. So if things don't go as planned, they get into blame and conflict. If they see other people benefiting, they get jealous. If you're in zone 1 or zone 2, just know it's a natural stage to go around this particular cycle to get to zone 4. All professionals have been in zone 1 and zone 2 at some stage in their careers. And this is really important to understand. It's normal. It's not abnormal. It's absolutely normal. But with learning comes patience and rules where we actually go into probability. Going into probability is critical. It takes a lot of learning and courage to create a diamond mind. And what is a diamond mind? A diamond mind is a requirement of financial markets. Look at all these people, these retail investors and traders, and we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. Wow, they're so happy, price is going up, fantastic, and then what happens? It comes down. Now what are they going to do? Of course they're going to run. They're selling right at the bottom. They're out of phase with the market. Now hang on a second, price is coming up. What is happening here? Who is driving the price up? Retail has left the building and the price is going up. How can it be? Please let me know in the comments how this absolutely guaranteed certainty is happening. I said there was no certainty in the markets. This is a certainty. When retail leaves the floor, price goes up. Then retail comes back up, gets in at the wrong stage. It's in the wrong phase of the cycle. And then what do? They scatter. As they scatter, what happens to price? Hang on a second, it's coming up again. So many people have perfected the art of selling at the bottom and buying at the top. And this is realistically because people want certainty. They want certainty that the price is going up and up and up. Just remember that cartoon. It's absolutely vital for your professional success. And what happens? When the price comes down, they say, oh no, I've got it wrong, and they sell. And there's so many people that sold at the bottom recently, and it's such a tragedy. My heart goes out to anybody in that situation, and it just takes time to get into the right cycle with the market. That's why the sooner you ditch certainty, the faster you will actually make money. And I always say that the markets are a fear-based game. They basically will play on your emotional state. This is why in the masterclass, people learn how to mark up their charts with the CTKS method. They look to outside trends, collecting probabilities. They come back inside the crypto market, but before they buy or sell, they make sure that they don't leave the floor when all of retail is leaving. It's vitally important to master emotional control. And if you've found that your fear is guiding your trek through the markets, you can guarantee that you're losing money. But there are ways about it, and that's what we talk about every single day on this channel. In yesterday's video, we talked about the role of patience, and a lot of people are very, very impatient. For example, I've used the analogy when people are just finishing uni, or just let's say they're just starting uni. They rock up to the first class, they sit down and say, "Where's my degree? I turned up, I should get my degree now." You know it doesn't happen that way. And then when people get qualified, they turn up to the job, sit down and say, "Why aren't I CEO yet?" This is a crazy way to think. Everything good takes time. I think our society has become absolutely addicted to instant gratification. Instant gratification in the markets will drive you broke. Please have patience. It's critically important. Di says, since doing the masterclass, I naturally became more patient. The depth and volume of content in the masterclass forces you to learn patience, and this is a really critical thing. The road to success is always measured by effort. I can tell who will be successful in life by what they do in the masterclass. If they go slow to go fast, they're going to do really well. If they jump all over the place, that's how they're actually living their lives. They're jumping all over the place, trying to seek instant gratification. Don't do that. You must go step by step in everything you do. But I'm not talking about the masterclass, I'm talking about life. For example, if you jump all over the crypto market just looking willy-nilly at different things, you'll probably lose money because you get so many trades you just can't manage them. Di very insightfully says, because if you do it properly, you cannot rush through the course. You must be patient, and it takes me an enormous amount of time to mark up my charts. Every time you mark up a chart correctly, you're actually banking money. So patience is required to do things properly and to get the best results you can. That's the headline. Patience is required to do things properly and get the best result you can. The more patient I am, the less stressed I am. So it's good all around. Every time I'm in a hurry to do a trade, I remember to be patient and get my ducks in a row first. Well done, Di. This is absolutely vital. When we're talking about BORSOG, buying on red and selling on green, that's rule 621. And why are we doing this? Because we're after small percentages that add up over time. You would absolutely be amazed how a small percentage gain just done regularly can add up to a huge amount. It's an absolute truth in life that all good things take time. You just can't rush anything that is really, really important. You just have to let it unfold. Just go with the flow. Rule 141, go slow to go fast. As a community, we go slow to go fast and start small and scale. A beloved family member reached out and said, Ken, what I did was I just put $50 into the market, and over the span of less than a week, I actually grew that by 48%. Now you may look at this figure and say, $50, that's not much. But that is not what we look at as professionals. In Zone 3, we understand the role of percentages. And we understand that when you can do this kind of thing on 50, you can do it on 500, you can do it on 5,000, 50,000, 500,000, 5 million. That's the way it goes, but you've got to get the perspective right first. And that's why starting small and scaling is incredibly important. If this particular beloved community member could do this just repeatedly and over again, week in, week out, you can see the annualized return on investment is something special. And I'm not going to read that out because that's way off the charts. But the concept is you can take a little bit and you can turn it into much more. People would think, how could you get 48% in a week? You can. The way to do it is through BORSOG. I'd like to thank everybody who has reached out and shared their trades with me. It's just beautiful. I've shown 3 community trades at the moment, and I will show many more over the coming weeks. I'd like to share trades 11 and 12 with you. You can see, for example, one thing that I always do, I always provide the details of my trades. I don't expect you to take me at my word. I expect to show you the proof, and then you can see it for yourself. What we actually see here, buy on red, 2 buy orders were actually placed here and here. So we can see 44.14 and 42.65, 44.14 and 42.65. And as soon as the first order was placed, I created a sell order, and that sell order was at 52.01. You can see this, 52.01. But it's really interesting. The other buy order was actually hit later, and I didn't have a chance to push it up. So this actually led to a recycling of money. So what actually happened, I placed another buy order at 43.91. You can see it here. And then I sold all of those at 54.77 and 52.01. That is, I literally sold it where I would have sold it the first time, because I looked at the pattern of this particular chart and said, yes, I believe that is probabilistically realistic to do that. And then I sold the other one just a little bit up. When we add up all these figures, I invested $299 and the return was $363, which is a 21.33% return in just a couple of days. One thing that you can do is look at the annualized return on investment to get an idea if you're doing the right thing or not. A lot of people in zone 1 and zone 2 would say, but Ken, you missed this pump here, look, it kept on going up. We don't care. When you've done the trade and you've set a reasonable expectation of profit, that's all you need to do. That's all it's about. I would like to introduce you to the recycled return. I discussed this in yesterday's video, but I just wanted to bring it out more because it's important. Remember when I put 100 in and I sold it up here at a profit, I got my 100 back and then I set that level. That was the same 100. I only put $200 into this trade and got $63.83 back, or around 32%. So I actually made not this, but this on the recycled return. And this is why you don't have to start off with a lot of money. I of course trade with much more value than these kind of trades, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to BORSOG. And the critical thing, it doesn't matter what you start off with. On some exchanges, you can go as little as $10. On others, you can go much less. But the concept is you must learn the mechanics of the market. BORSOG allows you to do that. Always start small and scale. If $10 is small for you, please just do $10. I've seen and heard of so many people that want to do leverage trading. You will get wiped out. It's just a question. I've heard a question of time. I've heard other people say, oh, okay, I'm just going to borrow money. Please don't do that. If I can do this, you can do this. If a beloved community member and a masterclass student can do this, you can do this too. Thank you also, Flamingo, for your kind comment. This is a wonderful community who knows what real wealth means, and money comes as a result of embracing the real wealth concepts, not the other way around. Anything great in life takes patience and commitment. We all must learn to be patient with ourselves as we learn new concepts in order to grow and evolve to become the best versions of ourselves. As the saying goes, life is a journey, not a destination. But unfortunately, thank you very much, Flamingo, for your comment. Unfortunately, people are always trying to get to a destination, trying to get there as fast as possible. This is not the way. Having patience is absolutely critical. Without patience, for example, if you plant a seed, and that seed is for a particular tree that you love, or maybe it's for a tomato plant, hey, what about that? And you dig the tomato seed up and say, well, it's not growing yet, and then you bury it down and you dig it up the next day, oh, it's not growing yet. You just killed the seed. That is like everything in this world. You must take your time. Let things evolve. And thank you to Dan. Dan says, the advice to start small to learn is great advice. And you nailed it, Dan. It's starting small to learn. Learning is the key. What actually happens, you'll learn how the markets actually maneuver around, how price action hits certain support and resistance levels, how far you can push a particular trade, and you'll learn so much more about identifying opportunities. Masterclass students, please check out LV21, BORSOG Secrets plus a new signal chart. The BORSOG Secrets is really, really vital, and it builds on all of the knowledge inside the masterclass. That is, it builds on foundation, on trend, on timing, on real wealth, on trigger, and then it's one of the living videos. And of course, with all things, go slow to go fast. LGRC shared a very beautiful comment. Buying the masterclass was the best decision of my life. Positive excellence attitude really helps you through the hard times, and this experience made me understand that I need more knowledge. Everybody wants the knowledge, but in nowadays it's very hard to find it. I have read at least 50 books of investing, and all of them presented something that you couldn't be applied or made you be behind the market. Thank you, my friend, for sharing that. So many people want to get into the market, leverage and borrow money and do all sorts of things, go in heavy when they don't even understand how price action moves, and then they get wiped out and they say, what happened? I followed all the directions, what happened? This will happen. That's why we start small. When you start small, you're going to see so many things, and it's all about learning. Purpuratum had a very, very beautiful thing that I wanted to share with you. Patience is a true gift. Patience means time. It allows you to enjoy the time it takes to reach the goal. To be patient with yourself is to show gratitude for what you have already achieved. Being patient means opening your eyes to the abundance and beauty in life. Or to put it in Ken's words, go slow to go fast. Everything good takes time, and trading is a profession, and life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So many people just want to get to the destination as quickly as possible, but we can't do that. Everything takes time. People want excitement. If you want excitement out of the crypto market, you'll get crushed. If you want returns, you require patience. We always buy at spot, and we always go long when it comes to borsogging. I just want to show you something. When we talk about liquidations, these are real people with real positions. 72,253 people were liquidated, and their losses totaled 203.4 million. This is within the past 24 hours. Of that, 87.75% of the past liquidations in the past hour were short liquidations. People always think that if they use leverage, they're going to make a lot of money. You will lose a lot of money until you know how to borsog correctly. And what you do when you have the knowledge is completely up to you. I've been in financial markets for more than 3 decades, and I can absolutely assure you the best of the best have failed because of leverage. Thank you, Irfan, for your really nice comment. Mastering patience is very rewarding. It is. When we stop being addicted to excitement, excitement just is an unsustainable state. Instead, being happy with boredom is the way to go. And many people might say, Ken, what are you talking about? I want to be happy. To get happy, I need excitement. No, you don't. Excitement never creates meaning and never creates fulfillment. Meaning and fulfillment are what make you truly happy in this world. Badger had a beautiful statement. If we sprint in a marathon, we will get tired quickly and finish last. Patience is required. We're not here to finish last. We're here to do really, really well. But there's so many foundational aspects that you need to do that. So many Influencers will tell you all you need is a buy and a sell level, but that's not the truth. What you actually need is emotional mastery. For example, if you're like these people who are just running away continuously from the market, you'll find that the markets bring out your darkest fears. And the people who are left on this, I call it the dance floor, the people who are left on the dance floor witness this. And I've been doing my BORSOG trades to show you. And the thing that many people may not realize, those BORSOG trades were when price went down like this recently. We had an horrendous sell-off, and the BORSOG trades, that profit was made during those sell-offs. Art had a really fantastic comment. When we're done with a trade, it's done and dusted. Whether our trade sucked or did fantastically well, it's done. On to the next opportunity. This is really important to keep in your mind. When people are in zone 1 and zone 2, they calculate what they lost on paper. There is no such thing. If you've exited a position, it's done, it's dusted, you just move on. That's really important. Perfection is the road to ruin. Trying to nail tops and bottoms is a worthless pursuit. Art says, when you sit by the ocean, can you pick the best and worst waves with precision? No, but you will get in tune with the waves, and that's what we should be trying to do. It's a really, really good analogy. Thank you, Art. Leverage, don't do it. I've made very big money very fast when I traded stocks with leverage, but in the end I got wrecked and had to start over. Art has been in financial markets for more than 4 decades, so what Art says is very important. I love the crypto market because you can get the best of returns without using any leverage. The volatility is already built in, and it's just crazy volatility. You can watch your account get blasted in a down market such as this, but you can ride it out without having to sell to cover your margin call. It's a beautiful thing, and the logarithmic upside is around the corner. Don't leverage crypto. If you're leveraging crypto at the moment, I have to tell you that the market could be in for some really, really big shocks, both up to the upside and to the downside. You must be really, really careful. Don't get yourself wiped out. And many community members wished everybody a happy Father's Day, and that's really lovely. Rule 225, Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. What is the stock market's gravity right now? Look at the Nasdaq, the S&P, the Dow, the Russell. They're all coming down. And what happens to other global markets when they come down? The stock markets, look at Australia. Australia has been pulled down. Germany has been pulled down. Russia is kicking up at the moment. UK has been pulled down. China has been pulled down. The US market accounts for nearly 60% of all investment in the stock market globally. Of course, if the US sneezes, the rest of the world catches a cold. So you must be aware of how the US market indices are moving if you're in the stock market or in crypto. And we can see what has Bitcoin done. It's been following this trend. So therefore, it's really important to look at the main market. If we look at the Nasdaq 100, and I've just made Bitcoin's line a bit stronger, you can see that the Nasdaq is influencing Bitcoin's price momentum. This is what we say by Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. So what have we seen basically happening? We're getting a kick up in prices, and the VIX is coming down. The VIX has almost hit a level of resistance here, but it's still very elevated. We can't be quite sure what the VIX is going to do right now. It could come down, but it could go up, or it could just remain sideways. And you'll find that there are times like this in the markets where there is no real clear signal. And of course, I'm referring to tomorrow's price action. And when we look at bond prices, they were coming up and just come down a little bit, and we can see bond yields have done the inverse. Gold is coming back to a support level, and the dollar is now resuming its sell-off. But this could just be an upward trend here, so we need to keep an open mind on things. We do see that oil has actually broken down, and this is a really good thing because oil is highly inflationary. We can see negative sentiment entering the market in terms of the uptick in the put-call ratio, and we can see junk bonds. So the risk inside the market is actually junk bonds are forming higher lows. This could be really good. This could point to a bit of an upsurge or more risk on. But you have to be really careful because there's something I need to show you, but I don't want to freak you out, but you must be aware of this. The CME group has a thing called the CME Fed Watch tool. In 36 days, the Fed gets together to raise interest rates. And what are they expecting? 99.5% expect 225 to 250 basis point increase. That is huge. The remainder expect just 0.5%, expect 250 to 275 basis point raises. This is really problematic for the market. We've seen that just with a minor basis point increase that we had quite a sell-off. So just bear in mind, in 36 days, things could get really turbulent. I've said that this has become a trader's market, a BORSOG's market. I totally believe that is the case. And you've seen the BORSOG trades that I've shared with you. Those BORSOG trades were in the heart of a meltdown. And I did that because I needed to show you that profit is possible under all market conditions. So personally, this is no issue to me because I look at it, I see it coming, and I'm accordingly doing my trades according to that. The expectation that we could see a massive amount of volatility and swings, but the swings are incredibly good for us. You can see as Bitcoin has absolutely tanked here, we've been borsogging away very merrily. And you can too, you just need the knowledge. Just remember Rule 138, all investors become traders every time they buy or sell. You are a trader if you're an investor whenever you buy or sell. And traders become investors when they hold or hodl. And you can do accumulation trading. That's no problem whatsoever. That's more like an investor. But just be aware that all investors become traders. So understanding how to trade is really important. We know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. So what is cooking with Bitcoin? What we can see here, there's a fairly solid support line just coming through here, literally at the current price. Now, what happens when we get over that support, especially when we go over about 21,280? What's going to happen? A lot of shorts are going to have to cover their positions because they're going to get squeezed out of the market. We could see a short squeeze, but also bear in mind, price is always moving in a wave. If it waves up, it can wave down. So we've had a minor wave down here. Does this mean that we hold this KS model support line now at 19,731 and we bounce up? There's a potential for that because when we look at this particular price pattern, we can see we've overcome this resistance. We're consolidating and just trying to take out that particular resistance level, turn it to support just here. Now, what happens when we do that? Well, the shorts will get liquidated and we could see a very big spike in price if that happens. But the shorts don't want that to happen. They're wanting to push price down so that the longs get liquidated and we start to go down to 2 or 3 or 4. So bear in mind, this play is always going on inside the market. I showed you the Fed Watch tool because that is quite a few days away, but it's going to play in as we get closer and closer. In all probability, the shorts want price to come up because they make more money when price is higher and it tanks down. That's what they want. They don't want it necessarily to go to its lowest point. That's not what shorts do. And it's kind of interesting to think that because you would think that shorts just want it to plummet and plummet and plummet and plummet. No, they don't. They want it to plummet, to replenish, plummet, replenish, plummet. That's what they want. Because if it doesn't do that, if it becomes unsustainable, it will just sharp angles reflect. It will wipe them all out, and the shorts know that. Checking liquidations, over the past 24 hours, we see 201.27 million across 71,888 positions. Over the past 24 hours, about 58.2% of total liquidations have been short liquidations. Over the past 12 hours, 55% have been long liquidations. Over the past 4 hours, 64.6% have been short. Over the past hour, nearly 79% have been short. You can see how the longs and shorts are always getting liquidated by each other. But what we've seen recently, more shorts have been liquidated than longs recently. Before it was more longs getting liquidated, now it's more shorts getting liquidated. This is why you have to be really, really careful about leverage. If you're leveraging, just know it's just a matter of time until you get wiped out. I hate to say it, but people who have been in financial markets for decades know this is the way. This is what's going to happen. And they're very, very experienced people. Just think, if you want to get rich quick, you're going to get poor quicker. So don't do that. It's all about picking up knowledge and skill. For example, in your own professional discipline, whatever you do, did you get there by luck or did you get there by knowledge? And what keeps you going up in terms of promotion or just improving? It's knowledge. Knowledge takes time. Knowledge requires patience. As a global KS family, we're all here to support each other's journey through knowledge and learning into experience and skill. Brett said something terrific. Hi Ken, thank you. You teach us go slow to go fast. I can't think of a better way to sum up patience than that. Go slowly through the masterclass. Go slowly when scaling up. Go slowly with your percentages in BORSOG. Go slowly with your trades. Patience for me is delayed gratification, the ability to postpone an immediate gain in favor of a greater and later reward. Awesome. If we look at the opposite, impatience, this is pushiness, rushing, frustration, anxiety, giving up on goals. It's what you might find on other YouTube channels. Here we go slow to go fast. That's really brilliant, Brett. And if you think about impatience, impatience is a zone 1 and zone 2 hallmark. Getting away from impatience and getting into patience, which is zone 3 and zone 4, is the way to actually turn everything around for you. And thank you to Rupert. Hi Canon community, some nice trades being made and these videos are really out of this world. The daily videos and the masterclass work so synergistically together, it is unmatched. And that's actually what these daily community videos are for, to reinforce masterclass theories as well. Thank you very much, Rupert. Thank you, LGRC, for your really insightful comment. At the age of 14, I stepped up in the gym and I liked it. But with things like the gym, if you are strong enough to keep going through the initiation, you'll make it. It's all about hard work and consistency. Everything you put your mind and time to it long enough, you will succeed, no matter what that thing is. And a brilliant statement. Everybody has their time and we move differently through life. I am going with consistency to the gym almost every day. Rain, hail or shine, I don't feel like going for 14 years. Wow, you sound like The Rock. Legend. This can be applied to trading as well. No matter what the weather, we must be here even more in the red days. And hopefully these BORSOG trades, it will show you just how incredibly profitable red days are. And this is a really interesting point that LGRC makes. I didn't get any results in the first 3 years of going to the gym because I didn't have the knowledge. And then he educated himself and started to see the results. This is really, really true. It takes a lot of time to get anything right. Now I found you, and I know it will take some time until I will BORSOG and do 10% per week with consistency. But as I said, everybody has their time, and I am very happy for all the knowledge that I accumulated from the masterclass and from your videos. Unfortunately, nowadays, all the media in the world is showing us only the end result, excluding all the hard work that is behind that. And if you are in a life pullback, this can demotivate you. We are all special human beings, and we should not compare yourself to other people, and that's so true. As long as you give your best and keep your promise to yourself every day, you will see your life getting better. Just beautiful. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes, and being kind to yourself really can help you get through the hard times. It's important that you try and give your best. And a beautiful statement. Next time you're starting from experience. Maybe the first time you don't have the experience, and then you learn something. Then you have experience, and the next time you'll get more and more experience. That's why we start small and scale. It's also why we go slow to go fast. Very fantastic comment. Let's look at the greatest losses and the greatest gainers over the past 24 hours. Greatest losses. Helium, HNT out in front, 6.36% down. Doge, 2.91% down. Litecoin, 4.09% down. ZEC, 4.01% down. SHIB, about 2% down. Going the other way to the greatest gainers, Synthetics, SNX, up a modest 47.16%. 1 inch, up 16.95%. Aave, up 12.75%. Cello, 9.09% up. EGLD, Elrond, up 8.21%. Sounds like something out of Lord of the Rings. Bitcoin SV, up nearly 6%. And Jason had a really good comment. Mastering patience is being in the present moment and being happy where you are in life. Wealthy or poor, not trying to get rich overnight, but enjoying the journey. Learning and becoming the person you want to be does not happen overnight. We all experience impatience. It's just part of life. Really, really good statement. Thank you, Jason. Peter had a really good statement. I think giving yourself a time horizon is really important. Having completed a degree and achieved black belts in several styles of martial art, I have come to the conclusion that to achieve or attain anything worthwhile or lasting, a time horizon of 5 years is my minimum. This gives us time to make the necessary mistakes. Note necessary mistakes. Brilliant. And to learn and truly absorb the rules. Of course, that is not to say that success cannot come more quickly, but allowing yourself the time to master your craft takes the pressure off and gives you the understanding that any perceived failures are a natural part of the process. Patience, grasshopper. So very brilliant share, Peter. I think the concept of necessary mistakes and allowing yourself the time to master your craft, when we look at crypto technical analysis, it is a craft, it is a discipline, it is a profession. Looking at the top cryptos, we can see Bitcoin has staged that bounce. Now it's at a resistance level at the moment, just trying to turn it into support. So what we do is check out Bitcoin's gravity, Bitcoin's fingerprint across the other alts. We really want to understand what alt is stronger and what alt is weaker. And this is on a 2-hour time frame. We can see Ethereum is acting more strongly than Bitcoin. About time, Ethereum. Binance Coin acting more strongly. XRP about the same at the moment. ADA coming up to the hard fork, and that is coming really closely, June 29th. And we can see it's doing quite well. Sol is doing very well. There's been some developments in Sol that you might want to have a look into. Doge is doing very well. It's above that particular resistance line. It's consolidating at that second peak. It's like there if you compare it to Bitcoin. So this is what you should be doing. When you look at all of these particular charts, you should be thinking, oh, what's this doing in relationship to Bitcoin? Because we know no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. But escape doesn't mean it can't escape momentarily. It can, and it does, and we love those. They are fun to BORSOG. There are many, many nuances to these rules, and when you look at Dot has done very, very well, and you know that Dot has been really spiky also. Thank you to Sarav. What a terrific comment. To achieve success, patience is a key point. Without patience, you cannot achieve success. Wow, that's brilliant. Having patience, we can think more. And BORSOG 10% rule is possible because of patience. Patience teaches us that life resets daily. Having patience makes our thinking wealthy. Thank you, my friend. Really, really nice share. Jess, if you could participate in the COVID low sell-off, would you do so? If the answer is yes, well, we're there and you're doing so. Jess loves to pull my quotes out of each video. She's really, really good at it. Thank you, Jess. For me, patience is planting the seed, watering it every day, even when you're not sure it's growing, and waiting for the right timing to harvest. Beautiful. Patience is an action. It needs time, love, and belief. Patience is an action. Without patience, you cannot achieve success. You can see how incredibly wise our beloved KS family members are. Yesterday, I said if you want to do some dad jokes in the comment for Father's Day, please go for it. And Luke said, I was going to tell you a time-traveling dad joke, but you guys didn't like it. Get it? He traveled into the future and figured out we didn't like it. I think it's quite funny. For real though, patience helps you become more capable, withstand life's ups and downs, aids you in better decision making, which can lead to being or becoming more successful and developing an overall healthy attitude. Well done, Luke. Beautiful. Thank you, Scotty, for sharing. And I'm so sorry for the loss of your beautiful mum. Scotty also shares quite a lot of wisdom. But wow, over the last 12 months, I've just been smashed doing leverage and this stuff for 5 years, and it just seemed as though I'd lost it. I felt a lot of pain, lost a lot like many others, and for ages I sat and watched the market daily 24/7. BORSOG works. I can't believe what I've missed, what I've lost due to greed. I'm now doing well and following your wisdom day by day. Thanks, Scotty. Thank you for sharing, my friend. Johan says that what he does is exercise patience when he places his trades, as soon as he's had the time to go through the steps of putting everything together. Where I am at now is getting ready and then being patient for the market to move. And this is really good. Sometimes we just have to sit on our hands. Let's look at some more top cryptos. We can see that Tron has held up really, really well. It's got the RSI coming up at the moment. AVAX is just following Bitcoin's gravity. SHIB is also. We can see Litecoin exhibiting more strength than Bitcoin at the present time. FTT is also doing that as well. Chainlink is also showing strength. And we can see Matic is just basically in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity at the moment. Just a little bit stronger, but not by much. Uni is also looking quite nice. So we can see there's a degree of repair in the crypto market at the moment, but we just have to be aware of what is coming in that like nearly 39 days. Sorry, 36 days. And talking about dad jokes, we have to include Beardy. Beardy is our joke-telling expert. What did the Buffalo dad tell his son as he left? Bye, son. Or bison. This is what a bison looks like. Very funny, Beardy. Rule 307 is a very, very powerful rule, and that's what we use for borsogging. Excitement is a delayed fill. Delayed fill means that you just place your sell order or your buy order and you wait for it to fill. That's the kind of excitement we like. Please let me know, where do you think Bitcoin is headed? Do you think it will come up to 1 or down to 2 or to B or to 3? Please let me know. You can just literally put the letter or the number there. If you would like to learn how to borsog, Mark Young had a pro tip. Grab a notepad, pen, and a large coffee. For LV21, it's a 45-minute micro masterclass. And that's the recently added LV or Living Video 21 that I've added in. BORSOG secrets plus a new signal chart. Patience is always required to BORSOG. Buying on red, selling on green may seem like a really simple thing to do, but you need the knowledge. You need to go through all of these steps, walk up the staircases of knowledge, and then you have to master emotional control. It's absolutely imperative. You'll find that the markets basically drive you by fear until you say, forget it, market, I'm not interested in being driven by fear anymore. I think for today's discussion point, we could talk about impatience. I think impatience is a really important thing to understand and to comprehend, and especially how it relates to Zone 1 and Zone 2 behavior, and how it's missing inside Zone 3 and Zone 4. And these statements, these discussions that we have, they're helping literally thousands of people. I'm just so appreciative for people sharing their insights and their wisdom and experience. You're helping a lot of people. And if you think the videos we do together here can help others, please reach out to them, because there's so much philosophical content inside the markets. It's literally a battle to overcome fear and to get your thinking right first. When you have your thinking correct, then all the financial abundance can be yours. But we have a very primitive mind, and it's really hard to overcome it. Because fear is such a primal emotion, I'm always reinforcing fearlessness, and it's so important to get rid of fear. It costs you a fortune. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video, and also subscribing to the channel. We'd love to have you as a part of our globally extended KS family. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers, and to the CTKS ambassadors for assisting masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and for being part of our global family. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, yeah, I get 1 day off every 4 years, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the tax software I use and the Crypto Trading KS Masterclass. Please seek out an ambassador to get 80% off. You can find those details inside the description of this video, and you can also reach out and directly message me on Twitter at any time. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.